All right, hey everyone, I'm back. I did an earlier video and then I went and took a shower because I was disgusting. So I'm still out here in the kitchen, and we've talked a lot about, or we talked a while ago about on the show about doing like some nutrition things and health stuff because it's really important for riders or for anyone. But as riders, we need to be creative. We need to be on the top of our game, which means keeping yourself fueled and healthy. Also, it's a sedentary type of profession that can lead to a lot of health problems, and like a lot of work in our society today, we don't do nearly as much physical activity as we think we do. And you'll know that when you'll come across something that really shouldn't be that difficult, and you'll see a lot of people complaining about how sore it makes them or how sick or how miserable. You think about what that would be like in the real world, like 200 years ago. How would you survive, right? Okay, so that's kind of a rant. I'm sorry if that sounds stupid or mean, but it is what it is. We all need to be more physically active, even if it's just walking. I'm a huge proponent of walking. I went through several weeks where I was doing 30 minutes walking every day because I'd been working out too hard, and I needed to kind of back it off and recover. Some active recovery. So a good long walk is really great for clearing your head, maybe thinking of stories, maybe not. And there's a lot of studies out there that talk about walking as it's what they call low intensity steady state cardio, which the theory is that will allow you to burn more fat than, say, it's not glycolytic. It's not going to use carbohydrates so much. You have to do a lot of it, but it's not bad, and there's some benefits to it. Especially if you've been overtraining like I tend to do, because just like riding and everything else, I do everything to an extreme. If one workout a day is good, then 3 a day is obviously much better. But that's not what we're here to talk about. I want to talk about food and kind of what I've been eating for about the last week that's been fairly helpful for me. People, and I've been doing a lot of dictation, so I might punctuate my post here. I might be saying, period, comma, paragraph, whatever, which is hilarious, but whatever. Anyway, so I don't do everything perfect with nutrition, obviously, because I don't really worry too much at this point about doing all organic or whole foods and stuff, because I just don't cook that well, and I have to do what works for me. And what's working for me right now is a lot of prepared meals and stuff. So I'm going to flip the camera around, and maybe we'll see if it works, if it'll let me do that. Let's see, will it do that? No, I think I'm just taking pictures there. All right, so we'll just do this like low tech, because that's what Scott does. So what I have here is, I'll just pick this stuff up. I was going to show you my kind of an overview of some things. So I get up in the morning and I have coffee and some type of protein bar. I really like this brand. I'm not getting any endorsements, obviously, for these, but I do like that brand. They taste good. That's it. If you can pick a protein bar, try to pick one without so much soy. Soy is fine, but if you're supplementing all of your protein powder or things like that with soy, it's not that great. You want whey or casein or something like that. So I'll have a protein bar, and if I'm really hungry, I'll have another one and some more coffee. And then what I've been doing on work days is I eat one of my biggest meals before I go to work, and then when I go to work, I eat either a couple of protein bars and a casein protein powder. It's the brand I currently like. Right there. It's kind of expensive, but not the most expensive. Casein is slower acting protein. That's why I do that during the day. It'll last longer. May or may not make you feel fuller. I don't know. That's individual. Everybody's a little different. And I always do creatine 1 time a day. And this is just creatine monohydrate. It's not like a blend or a mixture or a special super duper thing. It's just creatine. I put it in there. There's lots of studies on that. It's good. It's fine. You don't have to cycle it. You don't have to build up to it. You just take a serving a day. Unless you're eating lots of red meat, then you don't really need it. After a workout, I might be more likely to have something made with whey protein because it acts faster. And some blogs I've read about whey protein says you take a whole bunch of whey protein and it's like a fire hose. You can't get it all in. It's just half it's going to be wasted. So what I'm doing today, right now, and I won't videotape it because all I'm going to do is microwave stuff. I read a lot about sweet potatoes, and they're good, but they're a pain to prepare, and I found these at Target. and they're frozen and I can steam them. That's the outer limit of my culinary skill set. And I'm doing calorie restriction a certain amount because I'm trying to break past a certain goal. I've been able to get my body composition close to where I want, but I can never get that last 10 or 15 pounds off, even though I've been working out for years and years and years. So I'm doing macros, so I'm trying to get good protein, good carbs and fat, hopefully in the right amounts, and I'm also counting calories. And I'm not really counting them as I go so much anymore, but just preparing in advance so I know kind of what I get. So, and then I'll take, so the reason I bring it up is I want to have about a meal of about 200 calories. 300 total. So this is portobello, steak portobello, frozen meal. And it goes good with sweet potatoes. It's 170 calories. 2 servings of the potatoes is 180. It works out to be not too massive of a meal. So I'll eat that, and then I'll be good for a few hours. Also this morning, of course, I have coffee, because my 19-year-old daughter bought coffee. I always buy the cheap stuff, but she buys the good stuff sometimes. And so what I'll do is I'll make my frozen stuff, I'll throw it in this bowl, I'll mix it up, and then I'll eat it, just like a barbarian. And that's it. So what a meal plan looks like for me and a day in the life of writing is something like I get up at 3 a.m., I start the coffee, I eat a protein bar, drink coffee. Actually, I drink water first while the coffee's going. And then I eat a protein bar, write a little bit, maybe work out depending on where I'm at that day. And then I will make my frozen meal with some vegetables. Now, usually I don't eat the sweet potatoes as much because they are a lot of carbs. Normally it's like a mixed broccoli, mixed vegetable thing. It's a little low in the carb impact. They're all high glycemic index stuff anyway, so it's fine. But that's what I do. I eat that, go to work. I'll eat a protein bar or two throughout the morning, drink my protein shake, try to get by on a protein bar in the afternoon, and then I will come home and eat either something that we made as a family with lots of vegetables and protein, and or one of my meals. Depending on how starving I am, sometimes I can't wait. I just come home and throw that in there. The last thing I'll say is this is much easier if the people around you are on the same page or at least supportive. And that doesn't mean they're saying, well, we wish you the best. That means they're not going to say, hey, you've done great. You need to have a donut. Why don't you come to this birthday party and have some cake? Hey, you know, it would be really nice if you just, you know, show the support and eat those Girl Scout cookies. And this is something I've dealt with a lot. I struggle and I'm kind of frustrated by is in our culture, we love each other with food. Everything's food, no matter what. Every day is a special occasion to eat more food. Like you're like, well, today is Thanksgiving, so I have to eat all this food. Well, tomorrow there's going to be leftovers. And then it's going to be Uncle Joe's birthday. And then somebody's going to bring some stuff to work to show their appreciation for your job at work. You know, and then it's boss's appreciation day and secretary's appreciation day. And, you know, then you come back and somebody had a hankering for pizza. So now you got a whole bunch of pizza. And then now it's time to grill. And you will always eat too much unless you drive the bus. And if you're lucky, people will understand that you just you want to eat what you want to eat. But you will, and I have, and most people around me have had the same problem where, you know, you kind of hurt people's feelings if you don't eat all the food. But you don't have to. And, you know, if you throw the food away, you waste it, right? But if you eat it, you're also wasting it because it's food you don't need. Doesn't matter whether you put it on your gut or you put it in the trash. Eating unnecessary food is too much. So that's it. I hope that's helpful. If it's annoying, you know, please don't watch the video anymore or don't share it. But if you think it is a reasonably useful piece of nutritional advice, give it to somebody who might be interested in it. Talk to you later. See you.